shame. R.I.P. you're dead to me. You tore out my Frankenstein heart. A twisted vision of hell in your eyes, vanished in the night, now it goes.
Hello everybody, welcome to my newest DVD update. I tried to do this 2 other times before now. First time, one of my neighbors down below it, or next door, I'm not sure where they're coming from. They were smoking pot heavily, and it was coming through my window. It was kind of irritating my sinus a little bit. Nonetheless, then my last one, I saw it was too long. It ended up being too long. So I don't mind redoing it, just because I want to make it a little bit quicker. Basically, I'll tell you if I like it or not. I'm not going to tell you much about the story or anything like that, because I got a lot to go through. Basically, this is a lot of stuff I either got as screeners, I bought, or I did trade for. Yeah, let's get into this. If I showed anything already, any other Blu-ray or DVD updates, I'm sorry. For the most part, I don't think I've shown any of this stuff. And there's a few things I left out, but that's just because it's pointless to even show them, because none of you guys are going to be interested. So. Anyways, I'm going to do Blu-rays first, and then we'll get on to DVDs. First one is Hobo with a Shotgun. Awesome film. Everybody knows about it already. No need to get into it. Great film. Worth it to buy it, pick it up on the Blu-ray. Next one, it's double feature. It's Tino Brass films. You got Mona Moore on Blu-ray, and then you also have Kick the Cock. Both look pretty good, and I got to watch them yet because those type of movies I have to watch when I'm more off on my own, or when my son's sleeping, so he doesn't end up seeing a lot of that stuff. But anyways, nonetheless, next one is Hellraiser Hellworld. Like the film, the movie looks pretty good on Blu-ray. If you like the film, pick it up. If you really don't like it, definitely stay away from it. Next one is The Entitled. I've not got to see it yet. I will be reviewing this from our website very soon. But yeah. For the most part, I've gotten about halfway through it. I'd say about a third of the way through it, and it was pretty cool so far. Anyways, next one is, and I've already watched this. Yeah, I already did my review of it as well. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack of The Exterminator, put out by Snaps Films. Great film. It does have a kind of revenge film to it, but overall it's just good. And it's really hard to describe what I feel about it. So I really like it, but it's hard to describe what type of film it really is, because it's action, revenge, exploitation. It has a lot of different elements to it, but nonetheless, it has a great transfer to it. It looks awesome. This is probably the best you'll ever see this movie look, and it's in the director's cut as well. It's not like the crappier full screen version that they had out before that were cut up. And it has, the greatest part is it has all the gore. Next one is Kill the Irishman. I have not got to watch it yet, but I've seen the trailer, so I had to have them send it to me to review because it just looks awesome. And I think this is actually an Anchor Bay release. It's a great cast. Christopher Walken, Val Kilmer, let's see, I can name this real quick. Vincent D'Onofrio, and Ray Stevenson. Awesome. It's a cool gangster film, from what I've heard. Next one is Don't Be a Menace to Society Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. If you like the movie, definitely pick it up. If you already have the director's cut, though, you may want to stick with that unless you really want to get this version. And I think this shouldn't be that much. It should be like maybe $10 or less. Next one I have not seen, but I've always wanted to see, and I really didn't get into it. But I've been trying to get stuff reviewed for my website and get a lot of back catalog stuff and just stuff that just came in recently that I had to watch first. But nonetheless, Dead Man. Heard a lot of good things about it. It's really praised highly. So I'll definitely be checking this out very soon. Next one is Subspecies, put out by Full Moon Entertainment. I really like this film. I actually like the whole series. I actually think their movie Vampire Diaries or whatever it is, I think that's what it was called. I can't remember. It was the last one in the actual series. It actually wasn't even called Bloodstone or even Subspecies at all. It was just its own little title. It was really good. But this one is great, and it has Angus Scrim in like the beginning part of it. Next one is Prophecy 3. I've not got to see it yet. I've seen the first 2 movies. I think I haven't seen like a further one down the line, but nonetheless, this one looks great. I've seen Mr. Parker's review of it recently, so I think I'll definitely like it after seeing this review. Next one is Straw Dogs, but of course by MGM. Cool movie. Uh, definitely has some risque parts in it and everything. Has some pretty violent, pretty violent ending to it. Definitely great. I do not want to see the remake, so that's all I'm going to say about that. And the transfer looks great on that. The only odd thing about it is there's no menu at all on it whatsoever. You don't get a menu at all, which is kind of weird. The next one is The Return of the Magnificent Seven. I also got the first one as well. This one's pretty good. I don't like it as much as I do like the first one, but the transfer's great on this. And if you're a fan of these movies, definitely pick them up on Blu-ray. Next one is Bereavement. Have not got to see this yet. I heard it was actually a prequel to the movie Malevolence, which I will definitely check out that one sometime soon. But I'll probably wait until after I watch this one. Looks interesting. Next one is The Ledge. Have not got to see it yet. Honestly, I would never requested it if I would known Liv Tyler was in it. But I think it's what's his name? Terrence Howard is the one that drew me to the one to see this movie. So I'm a real big fan of him, and he's pretty good in his dramatic roles. I actually really liked him in Hustle and Flow. That's actually what introduced me to him really big time as like a main character. Like a character that can do good dramatic roles. That's what I meant to actually say. This next one, it comes out very soon. It's sometime in October, the beginning to middle October, and that is the Blood Trilogy: Color Me Blood Red, 2000 Maniacs, and Blood Feast. I've started watching 2000 Maniacs. It looks great on here. It'll probably be the best you'll ever see this on any kind of format. Besides, you can get like a pristine thing, like a 35mm print of it. But other than that, it's a great set, and I definitely highly recommend it, considering it's only like $12.99 for it. Next one's Hills of Eyes. I will not recommend this. Not for the movie wise, but for the transfer wise. Yeah, I love my grain in my movies, but this looks, yeah. And before anyone starts hating on me about saying, "Oh, he's done 16mm," go watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, Blu-ray, and also go watch the Basket Case Blu-ray when that one comes out, and then take and come cry to me about how bad this one looks. Well, about me saying it looks bad. Next one is Venom. Pretty cool, decent slasher creature feature film from I think 2005, 2006. I passed it up, but I finally decided to check it out. Next one is Stakeland. Don't need to say anything about it. Awesome film. Definitely buy it. Next one is Super. Like Rainn Wilson, like Kevin Bacon. Had to check it out. I hate Liv Tyler. Once again, like I already said before, for like the movie The Ledge. I hate Liv Tyler, but she plays a drugged up dumbass in this movie, so it works. But it's a good film. Definitely check it out. Next one is Magnificent Seven. Great movie. Can't recommend it any higher than I am right now. Great looking Blu-ray. Nonetheless, if you're a fan of this movie, definitely pick it up. Yeah, I'll say about that one. Next one, I actually have this on DVD as well. It's the movie Troll Hunter. Highly recommended. There's a lot of hype around it, but the hype is well worth it. Well, this movie is well worth hype, or whatever you want to call it. Definitely check it out. It has some pretty cool bonus features as well. Next one is Basket Case. Awesome looking transfer. I did a review for this. Just check out the review, and you'll see what I really think about it. Next one is The Crow. It's one of the Echo Bridge release. It looks pretty good. If you're a fan of the film, definitely check it out. If you don't like the film, of course, then don't even worry about getting it. And actually, I think it's next month, about mid next month. The Crow, the first one, is coming out from Lionsgate onto Blu-ray, so that'll be definitely a treat. Next one is Laid to Rest 2. Well, Chrome Skull, Laid to Rest 2. I like the first one. I really like the second one. I like the second one a little bit more because it has less that handheld shit that's on his shoulder. Don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing, necessarily in the first one, but I just glad that they didn't stick with it completely on this one. It is Click Home Skull is back. Nonetheless, check it out. Next one is Dusk Till Dawn. Awesome film. Don't need much more to say about it. The Psycho Bridge release. It looks pretty good on Blu-ray. I would definitely recommend pick it up. But the only bad thing is it doesn't come with any special features, and you don't get Full Tilt Boogie with this. I think the DVD you do get Full Tilt Boogie with it. Next one is Hellbound Hellraiser 2. Of course, put out by Image Entertainment not too long ago. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks pretty good. Has a good, decent transfer. It definitely looks like they use the sources that they used for the 2008 DVD release that Anchor Bay put out. But nonetheless, definitely check it out. Next one is Dressed to Kill. Awesome movie. Couldn't recommend any higher than what I am now. It's definitely one of De Palma's better films. I really like Scarface, and there's some other ones I've liked that he's done too, but this one was really, really cool. Definitely, in ways it almost goes in a giallo type route, in ways. Yeah, great movie. Got 3 more. Next one is The Beaver. Mel Brooks, yeah, everyone knows about his little controversies and everything else going on with him. But nonetheless, he is a good actor, and he goes into this goes into more of a kind of dark comedy type of way, but in ways it's not really dark comedy. It's more like a drama, I would have to say, but it does have like little comical elements to it. Definitely check it out. It'll be well worth your time, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, I'll leave the best for last. Well, one of the best for last. This next one is Moby Dick. I forget why the hell not. Watch it. I think it's a miniseries, something like that they put on Encore and Stars, which is kind of weird that this, I think it's Viv Vendi, I don't know how you say her name properly, they released this. I would have thought that's Anchor Bay, or like, because they're part of Stars now, would have released this. Nonetheless, last one is Maniac Cop. This comes out sometime early to mid October, and it will definitely be well worth your purchase. I think you can get some conventions now as well. I think it has a 2K transfer, and it looks amazing. If you like this movie, if you love it, or anything like that, pick it up. It's well worth your money. It really is. It looks beautiful, even though it's kind of a weird way to put it. But in my eyes, it does look beautiful. It's great. Definitely well worth it to pick up from Snaps. I'm going to cut it right here, and then we'll go to a second part where I will do the DVDs. Alright, guys.